Well, everyday scammers are cooking up schemes to get their hands on our hard-earned cash and personal information. And Mike, we know that you've reported on ways that they're doing this successfully, unfortunately.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I've had to share some of the tough stories about Northeast Ohioans losing tens of thousands of dollars in these scams. And they've resonated with many people, including an assistant prosecuting attorney in Medina County who reached out to me.
I had seen some of the work that you were doing with respect to scam and fraud, and I thought this was a great opportunity to present this problem.
Okay, so the problem is what scammers are calling secret government kiosks that they claim will help people protect their money. Well, nothing could be further from the truth, as panicked victims who think their accounts have been hacked fall right into their wicked web of lies. Now, one Medina woman is trying to step in before they get stuck. Every day, hundreds of customers come in and out of this Medina convenience store.
When one person gets harmed, it harms everybody.
Some of them catch Sarah Scott's attention more than others.
Thankfully, we have cameras and I can see the machine from there.
The store clerk is talking about this Bitcoin machine.
A lot of people who buy Bitcoin, who are into crypto, they're doing it on their phone, they're doing it on the computer. So it's not that often that people are using the machine for legitimate transactions.
Sarah has experienced that scenario firsthand.
If you saw somebody getting robbed on the street, you might try to help, but this is a more covert form of robbery.
Several times she has stepped in when she sees panicked people on the phone with a handful of cash, to the dismay of the scammers on the other end.
So they'll say, stop talking to her, and she's trying to stop you, and you really need to do this.
In that high-pressure conversation, scammers pose as someone from their bank or government agency.
That's cruel. It's diabolical. I hate it.
And successfully convince potential victims their personal account information is compromised.
We've discovered some fraudulent activity. We want you to protect your money.
Tom Condasta with the Medina County Scam Squad tells me those targeted are directed to act fast.
They'll withdraw large amounts of money from their bank to put it in the safer kiosk government ATM.
That safer kiosk, government ATM, is actually a Bitcoin machine.
They'll send them to the closest machine to where they live.
In a recent case, Sarah called Tom for backup.
I was like, hey, we have a problem.
She was concerned about an elderly man on the phone and described the scene to Tom.
He's got the phone on speaker, sounds like a foreign accent, and he's telling this man how to put his money in the machine and what he needs to do.
In that short time that it took Tom to drive to the store, Sarah had already convinced the man to hang up before depositing his cash. Her message to him and the handful of others she's helped:
you were just in a vulnerable position and came across a predator. Because that's what these people are, they're predators.
If you're like me, you might be wondering, how does Sarah even know what to look out for?
There's a whole genre on YouTube of people who try to stop scammers. So that's how I was even aware of it in the first place.
How rewarding is this for you?
It's really stressful, to be honest. The relief is overwhelming because that person isn't putting their life savings in this machine. They're not getting robbed today.
The owner of the store, Hassan, didn't want to go on camera for this story, but in a statement sent to me, he said, "We don't just care about making money here, we care about our people, and we want to help them when we can." And that's why he wanted Sarah to share her story. Now, we should mention the Bitcoin machine has 2 scam warnings on it, one from the operator that appears on screen, and one is a flyer from the Medina County Scam Squad. But both Tom and Sarah told me that potential victims, they're so worked up in this high-pressure situation while they're on the phone, they don't even see the warnings. And Sarah is hopeful that other clerks will do the same thing that she's doing, to really be on the front line to help people in those very vulnerable moments.
And when you hear these stories, it is so frustrating that people are taking advantage of others. So frustrating, but I'm glad there are people out there like Sarah.
I know, and I'm sure that there are many others as well, because we've heard the stories about people that watch for gift cards being purchased, asking questions. And that's what they're doing. They're just asking questions like, hey, are you really talking to your bank? What are you getting these gift cards for? So we all just need to have that awareness.
We got to keep putting this information out there. We know that you're on top of it.
I am.
All right.